So, Katrina from AmaWaterways, thanks so much for taking the time out to chat to us today.
Thank you. It's an absolute delight to be here. I'm over for a few days, just starting to get out and meet some of our wonderful Irish agents.
Yeah, it's brilliant because Amas seem to be a lot more active in the Irish market now.
Yeah, we've recently just secured all of our bonding to sell fly crews from Dublin Airport. So we're out now spreading the Ama love.
And for those that maybe aren't too familiar with the AmaWaterways River Cruise product, you wouldn't mind maybe telling us a little bit about it?
I'd love to. So we are 22 years we've been cruising, 29 ships, soon to be 32, with new ships coming into the mix in the next couple of years. So we are the highest end of luxury in terms of river cruising. So we know that the river cruising market is flourishing in Ireland, and we are delighted to be a part of that now. And as I said, let's just share what we do, and then our lovely agents can help the customers make the choice of travelling with us. So in terms of what we do that we think is really special, we have service levels that are exceptional on board. Our ships are very much like country house hotels, so they're very relaxed with big couches, they're informal, so everybody can come on board and whatever they need done happens. We have up to 5 excursions every single day, everything's included, and even within the excursion programme you've got gentle or regular or active choices of pace. So you'll never be holding anybody up, or you'll never feel that you're being held back. You get your little Vox box. You don't need to be right next to the guide when you're out on the excursions. And you can literally wander around these wonderful destinations, cities, villages. We have morning, afternoon and sometimes evening excursions. In fact, one of my colleagues, Andrea, she was recently on a trip where the whole ship went out into Weizenkirchen, and they went out wine tasting, and they were all dotted around all the different bars, but there was 130 people who were actually out sampling the wine in the bars in this gorgeous town on the Danube. So, it's very much like a friendly, intimate environment. There's a lot more I can share. I can carry on if you want about the dining, about the wines. So, in terms of dining, we have been inducted into a gastronomic society called La Chaîne des Rôtisseurs. It's the oldest gastronomic society in the world, and you can't ask to join one, you have to be invited. So the food is absolute gourmet quality, breakfast, lunch and dinner, all a la carte. The ships all have a second restaurant called the Chef's Table, and every guest gets to eat there, and beautiful champagne on arrival, 7-course taster menu with wine paired with all the courses, and it's completely included. So it's a really special night on board, over and above the magnificent dining experiences that you've got. And then in terms of the wines, we have bottled wine, and we change our wine every single day, and it's sympathetic to the countries and the regions that we're sailing through. So we're very much about immersing into the destination. So whatever river you're on, it would be about that country. The foods would be from that area. The wine would also be from that area. So, you could be in France, you could be in Germany, you could be in Austria, you could be in Bucharest, Budapest, all the different towns, villages, cities, and everything will be sympathetic to that area, whether it be the excursions or the food or magnificent wine, but all wrapped around with that incredible next level service that we have on board.
Brilliant. And those wines, they're included with your meals, is it?
Absolutely, yeah. So all of the dining is included, and including the chef's table, and of course the fine wines. But not only that, you do get a little bit of sparkling wine with breakfast. So if you want a wee mimosa to start the morning, you can do that. Obviously wine with lunch, wine with your evening meal. But we're really liberal in terms of our servings, and if at the end of lunch or dinner you wanted to get your glass of wine or your beer filled to take up to the lounge to watch some entertainment or to go back to your cabin or whatever, it's absolutely fine. You can do that. And pre-dinner, we have a sip and sail. So it's a cocktail hour, so we do cocktails of the day, but also you can have your Prosecco's, your gin and tonics, your vodka, brandy, whiskey, whatever. But also, if you wanted to take your nice G&T down to the dining room, you can do that. So you're very free to move around the ship as well. So yeah, lots and lots of food and wine and dining options for sure.
Brilliant. And with such a huge fleet of, is it 29 ships? And
29 ships, yeah.
A few more coming in the next year
Yeah,
or two?
so there's over 20 in Europe, and then we have an exotics programme. So we cruise on the Chobe in Africa, and we have an African programme. We have the River Magdalena in Colombia, which is brand new destination. So these two new ships, River Magdalena is AmaMagdalena and AmaMelodia, and they start cruising in January 25. And then in 26, we've got the Ama Sophia joining us in the Danube, and the Ama Maya joining us in Mekong. So we have one ship in the Mekong currently, the Ama Dara. It is so hugely popular, the Mekong, it's ridiculous. So demand is getting really, really slim. Demand is very high and capacity is really slim, pardon me. And we just need more, you know, the demand is there. And then last but not least, and actually with direct flights from Dublin, is the Nile. So we have a wonderful programme where you fly to Cairo and you've got 3 nights in either the Regis or the Ritz-Carlton. Your cruise manager joins you, the Egyptologists join you, and everybody gets to do the land excursions in Cairo, like the Pyramids of Giza, the Sphinx, wrapped in the AmaWaterways bubble.
Brilliant.
Yeah, you then transfer by air to Luxor. After your 3 nights in Cairo, you do a round trip of the Nile, down through Aswan, Valley of the Kings, and then back to Cairo for 1 more night, and then fly home. So it's an 11-night package, but with a direct lift from Dublin Airport, it's magnificent. So it's a really, really strong choice, I think, from the Irish market.
A real bucket list destination, if there ever was one.
Absolutely.
And as you said, wrapped in that AmaWaterways bubble.
Yeah, and we have 2 ships actually. So the demand was so great for the Nile. Yeah. We had the Amadalia, and the Amalilia has started to sail this year as well. So yeah, we've got continual innovation and continual growth. We're a family-run business, and Rudy and Christine and Gary Murphy, who's from Dublin, is the Murphy family from Dublin. So they run our business in a way that how they would want to treat their own family. Yeah, so we're a family business. We all feel part of it. It's a magnificent company to work for and to travel with. But they're very much about what can we do to bring new and exciting things to the market, hence Colombia coming into the mix as well.
Well, that's amazing now that you can get the flights from you guys, so you're kind of fully protected for this, especially for these kind of far-flung destinations.
Yeah, absolutely right. So I've got a little flyer that I can share. I've got a Facebook page, so you can see the URL from a Facebook page here. In terms of booking, it's a call to book. We do have a portal. So the call to book number is here on screen, and then in terms of the portal, you can go onto amawaterways.eu and you can sign and register in to the portal, and that allows you to check live availability and pricing. You can't book and pay on the portal, but if you see a cabin and it's, for example, the Douro, which sells out like that, and you see it's the last stateroom, absolutely go in, option it, then speak to Res, call Res, and they'll be able to get that all booked and pull in the flights and the transfers, and everything would be fully included.
That's brilliant. Well, Katrina, thanks so much for taking the time out to chat to us today.
Not at all. Absolutely loved it. Thank you.